today, this opportunity you have, it might not be here next year. It might not be here the year after next. It might not be here the year after that. This is the only moment you got.
And what you will find, that when you decide to act, when you decide to take life on, and let me warn you, it can be painful, it will be uncomfortable, and that's where the growth is. Never be satisfied with yourself. Always know that as you invest the effort and time on you, that's the greatest ability that human beings have above animals. See, a dog can't be anything but a dog. Tree can't be anything but a tree. Human being, you've got unlimited potential. You can put effort on you, and by concentrating on you and developing you, you can transform your life wherever you are right now.
It's time to rewire your mind. Welcome to the Hydn Rousseau Show, the show that provides you with inspiration to help you succeed in life. Here's your host, Hydn Rousseau.
I'm feeling that there. I'm feeling that there. Thank you. You're live here on Talk Zone. And this is the Hydn Rousseau Show. I got to tell you, I got to get right into it. I am completely tired, and I'm just going all out. I am completely tired of everyone making excuses and playing the blame game, and everyone, instead of attacking the problem, they attack the messenger. And particularly when it comes to your life, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your wealth, when it comes to your well-being, by protecting yourself through your finances and protecting your mind. Are you serious? Stop taking things personal. One thing people could say, I've constantly been consistent on being positive, and I've never taken things personal when people have told me that my show had sucked and I didn't know what I was doing, and that I need to give up radio and I need to find another gig, or whether the topic was hot and they didn't appreciate it and felt that I might have said some things that was sensitive. No matter what they said, I continue to move forward. And this is our 43rd show, Dave, and I greatly appreciate it. I have never gave up. When I first started this show, I didn't know anything, and I still don't know a whole bunch of things, but I know one thing. I'll run towards my destiny. I'll do everything I can. I give myself 120% every single day, and I'll never give up because I'm striving towards something. I want the world to be a better place, and I want to be recorded for it. I want you to have me on record. I want you to be able to go back and be able to pull these things up and come on TalkZone.com. You're live here on TalkZone.com, and this is the Hydn Rousseau Show. Are you serious? We need to attack what's happening to us instead of taking things personal when the messenger is the wife. When the messenger is your best friend or your girlfriend. Stop thinking all the time. Males, listen to me. Women are smarter than us, but we have to make our own decision. But learn to take the information that your woman is giving you or your significant other giving you. And for the LGBT community, your significant other giving to you, you need to be patient and listen. Stop attacking the individual that's bringing you the message. You know, and the other thing is, stop blaming other people for your weight, for your health, for your sickness, for your diseases, for what's happening to you internally, when you're the only one that controls what you put in your mouth and what you drink. Nothing else can happen unless you do that. You control that. There's no one that's holding any gun or anything to your head to make you eat the things that are not healthy for you. Don't attack people, you know. when they tell you about the weight. Attack the weight problem. Learn to take in information, not to take it personal and start some whole other conjured up BS, moving your mind towards something else that won't make no difference when you need to stay focused from learning. When you learn new information, you need to be the one that's responsible for taking responsibility for your life. And when you find yourself getting upset and you find yourself, once upon a time, I used to come in when, I own my own business. So when things were bad for me on the streets, when I say the streets, when things were bad for me in the professional world, okay? But let me get back to being me. When things were bad for me on the streets, I come home, take it out on my wife and kids like they don't have problems. I have a son in football. I have a son that's multi-talented that don't know what he can do. He just want to be the boss, but he want to own everything, and he just want me to give it to him. But that's a whole nother story. He's a 12-year-old. He's supposed to think like that, okay? But when you find yourself thinking about things that are causing you problems, you can't make it financially, you're getting passed over on the promotion and things aren't going your way. Ask yourself this question when you find yourself in those heated moments. Do I have the solution to this problem? Do I really have the answer? Do I really have the knowledge? Did I really read the books? Did I really go to the seminar? Did I put in the work? Learn to attack the problem, not the messenger. I don't care who the messenger is. A dummy can teach you on TV to put on a seatbelt when you see your head snap off. And you're telling me that if a young man that's 6 years old tell you that if you're too busy to spend time with your kids because you're always working hard at home, and you never have time for your kids, then maybe you need to get with the slower group, so that you can have time with your kids, so you can have some life experiences, so you can not miss out on the important moments in life. Learn to attack the problem. Don't wish that bad thing stop finding you. Wish you were better. Wish you were stronger. Wish you were wiser. Understand that you're in a war zone. When you walk out in your house, matter of fact, when you wake up, the first thing I say, good morning, God. Good morning, buddy. Thank you. You allowed me to wake up and speak to you. Thank you. Then I get into my prayer, but I don't have time to get onto that on this show. And then I go and write down my goals, and then I go and meditate, or I wake my kids up, and then I walk a couple miles, and then I meditate or work out and make sure that I'm setting them on their right path and their right journey, because they're part of my plan. They're part of my destiny and what I'm trying to do. But I understand that this is a war zone. Okay? So although we have presidents and if Donald Trump calls for us to go to war, we're going to kill something. We ain't going to play. Are you serious in allowing what's going on in your life to take control? You have to attack problems in your life. And if God forbid, if Donald Trump called us to war, we have to go out and kill something. If we need to go take control of some oil reservoir, if we need to take control of some country that mean us harm, that's not playing by the rules, if we need to take control of some things, there will be some casualties. And your life is no different. You have to kill the procrastination in your life. You have to kill the blame game that other people, or the blame-alitis, as I like to call it. You have to kill the bad habits in your life. You have to kill the money problems. You don't need money to make dreams come true. You need hard work, dedication, commitment, drive, effort, and putting in hard work every day. That will get you anything you want in life. Are you serious? You have to kill the errors and judgments in your life. And that's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You got to kill the excuses. You got to kill wanting every time you do something to be validated by other people. Then you got to take massive action. But don't forget, you have to kill the poor mindset. You have to kill the blame and the feeling pity for yourself. Are you serious? I don't care if you come to me crying, a man or woman. And men, you should cry too. I don't care. I'm going to allow you to cry, but I'm going to tell you that you need to do you. Now, how do you get over these hurdles? Get over these bad mindset, all these things that you think that's out of your control problems that are finding you. I've constantly told you that you need to change your philosophy. It's the number one thing. You need to change your philosophy towards life. Change your philosophy towards your kids, your wife, your job. When I wake up in the morning, I say, I love my job. I love what I do. I love my boss. Matter of fact, I don't want to do what's going to make me look good. I want to do everything that's going to make my boss look good, because if it's anyone that can help me, it's the boss, because none of my friends at work can help me except the boss to move to another position. So learn to begin to become a student of learning. Learn that you have to not only reinvent yourself, you have to constantly reinvent yourself so that you become a perpetual learner. Learn to attack the problem, not the individual that's delivering the message, not the messenger, as we would say. Stop taking things personal. And I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something. Direct attacks, when people are attacking you, are not what we're looking for. And that's why you have to have a positive mindset in a positive direction. You cannot re-attack someone that attacked you because they took it personal. You have to master not taking things personal. So scolding someone back is like a direct attack. Come on now. Come on now. What's going to come from that? If someone attack you or criticize you and then you criticize them and attack them back, that's a direct attack. That's not the kind of war I'm asking you to fight, because that's a mental war, and that's a compartment that we always want to keep to close to zero as possible. We do not have time to take direct attacks unless, now I've been known, I'm going to tell you that I'll be nice and fine, and then all of a sudden you'll do something to me and I'll snap. And if you do something, I'll cuss you out. Okay. And God, please forgive me. Okay. Cause I'm human. But on the same token, don't try to take advantage of my kindness cause I'm being nice. Don't start criticizing me, cause I'm not going to criticize you back, although I be trying to get away from you. Don't allow yourself to say anything that's bad about anyone. Instead of being upset, what you need to do is start studying and becoming a perpetual learner and start reading and attacking the problem. That, so whatever's bothering you, go read about it, and maybe you'll learn more about it, and then you'll learn more how to handle it, and then you'll let your mind have new room for new thoughts to come to your mind. And you recorded these things in a journal on a daily basis, then you'll be able to form a collection of life experiences, and then you'll have something to base some solid judgments to. Study what's going on in your life. And when things are going bad, study the people around you. And if you keep seeing things around you going bad and you see one or two people always in the picture, do me a favor. Change the picture, ditch those two guys or girls, and find you someone else, or just have a picture without them in it, and maybe we'll set the sail on a positive direction. You have to make mental notes when things are going on around you so that you can see what's going on, so you don't get trapped into a system. And don't be afraid to get away from bad people that are not doing anything that's going to help make your life better. Are you serious? These are the people that you need to get away from. And if they're family members and if they're loved ones, people that you can't get away from, go read on how to deal with negative people. And I tell you how to deal with them. Just keep changing you. Keep that perpetual learning. Keep reinventing yourself. Keep learning and improving yourself, making yourself wiser, stronger, and better. Don't allow family and friends and coworkers, supervisors, teachers, and people of power. Don't allow them what they say to dictate how you make a judgment on how you move forward in your life with what you believe in and what you're dreaming of. That's your artistic skill. And when you put a positive sail to it, that's your navigation system, guiding you towards your destination. And when you make a commitment to change, and like when I get into, as we get into this show, you'll see how I've made some commitment to change for myself. It's through learning. As you learn information, if you don't use the information, shame on you. Begin to take action, and take action right now. As you learn information from this show, take action right now. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Attack the problem. Whatever the problem is in your life, I like to say solution. That's my terminology. When I walk up to not solution, I like to say opportunity instead of a problem. When I walk up to a client and we have a problem, I walk up to him and say, listen, we have an opportunity here. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like you to help me with the solution, as opposed to say, we have a problem. Oh man, all kind of defenses are going up. Are you serious? And now that you have the memory of what it is that you want to do, and you understand that we're in a war zone, right? You have to make a commitment to change your life, change your philosophy, set your sail on a positive direction, on a positive course. Learn to protect yourself against the naysayers. Learn to dominate in your field, whatever it is, your craft, what it is that you do, your job, your mission, whatever it is that help you provide on a daily basis for your family. Learn to dominate in your field. And as you dominate or fail, don't apologize to anyone if you're succeeding. And don't go complaining to anyone if you're failing. Just stay focused on what it is that you're doing, succeeding, and multiply that by 10, 20 times as much as possible. When you're in a war zone, and when we're in war and the general makes a mistake, he don't go and cry about it. He stay focused and set the sail back on course, because there's still more lives that depend on it. But in this case, it's only one. It's you. It's your life that depends on it. Yeah, a general don't take things personal when he make a bad decision. You shouldn't take things personal when you make a bad decision. He stays focused. You should stay focused, because guess what? There's lives at stake. And most of the time, if you're a family man like me, I'm the last guy on the totem pole. There's other lives at stake that I have to make sure and that I have to protect for. Learn to move and stay focused on continue to move forward. Taking the right positive actions in your life is always moving you forward towards your better journey, towards your destination. And when you start feeling the pain, that's an indication that you're heading in the right direction. Because if you're heading in the wrong direction, your sixth senses in your mind will tell you that. So when you know you're heading in the right direction and things are going wrong, continue to move forward and taking baby steps. And taking these baby steps towards your goals and taking these small steps towards your dreams would allow you to stay focused and keep that dream aligned, so that your goals don't become focused in that, so that your steps can be on a clear sail, on a clear positive journey towards your future. And I tell you that one thing, we have to move forward, and we have to move forward at all costs. You got to give it everything you got. Give it everything at a constant. And then you have to always be in a perpetual mode for constant learning. You have to always be learning. You have to always be trying to improve yourself. And remember, when you're in the war zone and your friends, your family, your parents, all kind of people is going to tell you what it is that you can and can't do. You have to make the decision and stay focused. There's no wars without casualties. So then some of your friends might be casualties. Your girlfriends might be casualties. God forbid your wife might be casualties. You should never let your wife be a casualty, because that's one of the part of the navigation systems that help you. Unless it's death that does this part, you should always find a way to set sail with the partner that God brought to the altar to be married. Learning to have new ideas and to put them down on paper, and keeping your journal and writing down your collection of thoughts. Having a different philosophy, a different mindset, encourage that learning and help to nurture that learning and help to begin to shift you in the right direction. And when you begin looking at your future, and you see it, and you see that future as clear as day, you'll learn to borrow from that future. And then you'll learn to bring it to here, to now. You'll begin to learn to live it now. You begin being that person now. You begin studying towards that person now. You begin doing the things that you need to do to become that person now. Whether it's a job or a car or a home or a position or some major goal that you want, or some education that you want for your kids, or something that you need to overcome, or an accident, or you're in the hospital for some sickness, or you're just having Murphy Law. You have to stay focused. And no matter what position you're in, you have to give it everything you got. And as you become positive, and as things begin to start changing for you, here they come again, them same folks. Because they're not doing the things that you're doing, the family members, the friends, the co-workers. They're going to try to pull you back down. I tell you, walk away. Walk away. That's never been done before. Oh, God, I've heard that before. We've always done it this way. Haven't you heard that? This one's my favorite one. When people try to embarrass you in public in front of friends, when you're educating people and you're getting the one up, and the person that they're thinking that should have this knowledge, that should be the person, instead of them following suit and saying that the things that you're doing and saying is valid, then what they try to do is try to destroy your credibility by some laughter or demoralizing you or trying to belittle you. You must stand there, you must stay focused, and you must continue, and you must see it through. Because you can't allow people like that, whether they're family members or friends, to distract you, to bring that kind of noise in your head. You don't have time for that. And whether they do it at dinner or in school, don't be bullied. And what I mean by that, you don't have to retaliate. Don't waste your time anymore trying to explain to them. Just don't go back around them. Just allow this experience to get you out of this situation in terms of let you get to your next class or go home. But know that from this moment on, this person is not someone that is helping you to get where you want to be in a positive direction. Don't waste your time. You have to make your own decisions. And you have to be careful the type of information that you're collecting from other individuals to come into your space. And when you find yourself always getting hot and always getting upset and always getting heated or getting in heated moments. Analyze the situation, see who's around you. And if it's a boss that's doing this to you, understand that it's time for you to start looking for a new job. Or it's time for you to learn how to deal with these type of people. Because if you're getting upset, that means that you're not staying focused on the goal. And that means that you're not in a good surrounding, in a good conducive environment that will help propel your thinking, to help you capsulate your mind and your thoughts and your thinking. One of the major things in life is that we have to understand the rules of life. And I've already explained to you that you can never have a direct attack or re-attack. Okay? And you can't go hitting the nuclear button. Want to go all out, want to get on your computer and start typing and want to copy everyone in the world. We're not into direct attacks. We're not into taking anything personal. And if you find yourself, I told you, in these type of situations, walk away. Walk away. Don't allow hatred to come in your heart. Don't allow any part of your heart to operate with hatred. Someone walk in a meeting late and then you fire back with them. You fire back with them. Where have you been? Whoa. Don't you think that question there is loaded? Direct attacks are not good. Not good at all. And I tell you, if you're in the audience, don't laugh. Don't participate. Don't get yourself into that type of stuff. Learn to attack the problem, not the messenger, not the individual that is telling you that your stomach is getting big, not the individual that is telling you that your behavior or your drinking problem is out of control, or your drug problem is out of control, or you sleeping with little girls underage is out of control. Are you robbing other people of their money that's out of control? I tell you, you got to get away from that stuff. And you can't do no direct attack. Now you're understanding the rules, no direct attack. Then I got to tell you the last one. You can't speak bad of no one. No one. Speak no one in a bad regards. No one at all. We have to make sure that when we are in conversations and things start to get bad, and what I mean by that, the conversation get negative, you got to walk away. And what I do with that is I got to go. Hey, listen, I got to go holler at this guy over here. I've been waiting. I haven't seen him. No. The conversation is getting negative. And I don't have time for negative conversations. So, and the reason that I'm saying that is, and the reason that I'm explaining to you that we have to get things together and get things going in the right direction is because these are things that affect the minds. And you have to always understand that disciplines affect other disciplines. Okay? So you have to take care of the small disciplines, because when the big disciplines come, if you're not taking care of the small disciplines, then the big ones will be treated the same, and it could be disaster. Not good. Not good. And as I've told you guys, I've told you constantly, we have to protect what we do. We have to protect what we put in our mouth. We have to protect the information, what we put in our mind. We have to protect what we put in our heart and not allow hatred to come in our heart. And as this next clip slide in, just remember, love and happiness is the ultimate key.
You could be great if you just showed up. Get in the game. Quit. Stop playing. You deserve to see what your life would look like if you gave 120%.
You gotta run after your destiny. You gotta run after it. You gotta run after your destiny. 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 You gotta run after it. You gotta run, because success is never an accident. And if you don't want it, get out of my way. Because there are some people who want to do something with their life who will run.
Understand that if you want to do something with your life, if you want to run after your destiny, if you want to make your dreams come true, if you want to be here for your grandkids to teach them everything that you've learned on this planet Earth, if you want to leave back generational wealth, if you want to do great things on this planet Earth, if you want to make the world great again, if you want to make the world great again, you got to be living to do that. And you got to eat to live, and you got to understand that what you're eating is the most important thing. And no one controls that but you. But 6 companies control all the food that is processed in this country. Are you serious? We got to find ways to fight back. We got to find ways that's going to be helpful. We got to find ways in things that's going to be fruitful to our life. And the one thing that you control is what you eat. You control what you eat. You control the things that you put in your mouth. And I'm here to tell you, and I'll prove it to you. And I've made a commitment that I will no longer eat no meat in my life. I made that commitment. I will no longer eat no meat. And what I mean by no meat, that's beef, that's chicken. I no longer have dairy products. And although I'm having some struggles with my wife with the dairy products, studies have shown that if you have dairy products as 5% of your daily diet, that you'll be okay. But if you have anything close to 20%, it'll cause so many different types of cancer. That is not funny. I would no longer eat cheese as part of the dairy product. No seafood or fish. It's the same thing. We are not equipped to eat food. 85% of our body is water. Okay? And that's what we need to be eating. Okay? That's what we're supposed to be eating. Not this stuff that Prince and Queens have been eating, and they were the ones that was dying from this stuff. We were not the ones dying from this stuff. I made the decision that I would no longer eat anything that fart, doo-doo, pee, or belch. If it walked, slither, if it talked, if it pooped, I will not eat it. Period. I thought I was doing something because I only ate seafood and fish and chicken. It's all poison. No meat of any kind is good for you. You have to get away from that meat, processed foods, all of it. I've told you guys we got to stop being part of the system. We have to stop being fooled. I don't care if the food is cooked rare. I don't care if the food is fried or grilled. Listen to me. Listen. Look, this thing is personal to me, okay? Because I have a lot of white friends that's helped me to get where I am right now. And there's a lot of people that's helped me of my own origin, but it's been a little bit lopsided. So I've had some cultural differences with my own people trusting me as I become successful, and as I'm doing me, some of my own people don't embrace me out in public. And guess what? My white friends has never let me down. So I'm please listen to this show. Rare food of any kind is not good for you. It brings on cancer, and I'll prove it to you. Don't eat rare food. Don't eat fried food. And I tell you what, once I give you the food that you need to eat, you can fry it. Okay, you can grill it. But stop eating meat of any kind, any chicken, any seafood, especially seafood. Do you understand that seafood is on the bottom and they've been eating feces? And when you start eating shrimp and all the crabs and lobster, are you serious? They're bottom feeders. So attacking the problem and attacking your weight is not that you're doing anything wrong. It's what we're eating. It's not the same thing. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn and Dr. Colin Campbell have given us proven scientific facts, proven studies that have shown us that if we do these things, that we can wipe out all diseases, wipe out all heart attacks, all heart diseases, all type of cancers. Learn to attack the problem. And attacking sugar is another part of the problem with your coffee. I used to I used to drink coffee by the gulp. I used to get the extra large coffee because, I have the short man complex. Are you serious? Sugar is bad for you. You see, if you learn your proper water intake, your sugar would be half your problem. And you know what? People say that I'm always yelling and I'm trying to, I'm screaming. I'm not screaming at you. Listen to me. People are telling me, I'm telling you that if you were taking in your proper water intake, you wouldn't have time for all of the sugary watery products. And I love my Mountain Dew. Oh my God. I love Mountain Dew. I love M&Ms. Okay, but being a vegetarian, you can find, there's a lot of good sweets and snacks, and there's a lot of things that you can make. And right now, I don't have the menus. The food that I'm eating don't taste all as great. My wife is making some adjustment, but I'm not eating any more meat anymore. I'm not eating any meat. Was never designed for us to eat like that. Meat was designed to take one strip of bacon and to flavor a whole meal for 7 people, 8 people, not to eat 5 strips of bacon. And if you understand the water intake, if you weigh 200 pounds like me and you divide it by 2, which will give you 100, and you add ounces to it, that means that you need to drink 100 ounces a day. Okay? And if you were taking in the proper water, you'll automatically reduce your sugar intake by 80%. You don't eat hair, but you grow hair. You don't eat fingernail, but you grow fingernails. God gave us all of the natural resources that we needed when we were born. I've changed my eating habits, and I'm telling you, I have become a vegetarian. And I'm not going back. Why are you trying to tell me what to eat? I'm not telling you what to eat. When you eat right, when you're feeding your body right, you're feeding your mind the right stuff. You're giving your mind the right fortitude, the right things to do. Okay? And that's the important thing. That's what we need to do. And the best way to feed your mind is to eat right. Eat the right foods. Okay? And after this short little commercial break, when we come back, I'll get into what it is that you need to eat, what it is that you need to do to help you to prepare to buck the system in terms of you're not going to live to see 80. No. I'm going to help give you the plan. I guarantee you that you'll live to see 100. And we'll come back right after this short commercial break. We'll get right into it. Why replace your roof when you can repair it? Call Built Right Roofing today at 844-277-7663. That's 844-277-7663. Come and experience the Built Right way at 844-277-7663. Who is this young kid growing up, par for life, experiencing all of the tough battles? Watching people thrown off buildings as a little boy, violence surrounding him. Failure is not an option. You may find it at Barnes & Noble. Failure is not an option. A book that is here to inspire you. Car accident? Dents or scratches? Has the Florida sun faded your ride? Call High Gloss Paint and Body. Their service is fast and reliable. High Gloss Auto Paint and Body will deal with your insurance company, taking all the load off your shoulders. I know what that can be like. Call them today, 561-508-4220. They're located on 2550 Windsor Avenue, Suite A, West Palm Beach, Florida. You tell High Gloss that Hydn Rousseau sent you.
The choice that we have, though, is either to give up or keep on going. I want to ask you, what are you going to believe? Are you going to believe in yourself? Are you going to believe everybody else's judgment on you?
Like, I want your dream to be so clear, so vivid, right? That when you wake up in the morning, all you got to do is step in your dream.
I didn't get it till I got to this age, but I'm going to start running. I messed up junior high, but now I'm going to start running. I messed up high school, but now I'm going to start running. The moment you get the word, you ought to run. The Bible said, the day you hear my voice, harden not your heart. When God gives you a chance at an escape, don't be cute. Run after your destiny. My God, run! Run! Do y'all hear me? Run! Run after your destiny. Run after it. Run after it. Run! Don't be ashamed. Run!
You might be taller than me. You might be bigger than me. You might be stronger than me, but I'm coming. And I'd rather die trying. I'd rather give a year. I'd rather put in work and fail.
The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. And that's in every aspect of life.
Start acting like this is your last day on the planet.
I deserve to see what my life would look like if I gave 120%.
I would rather aim for the stars and not hit them than to not aim at all. I would rather go after it and not get it than not go after it at all. I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. I don't want to live with the idea, wonder what would have happened had I done more with my life. I'm going to go for it, come hell or high water. I'm going after my destiny. You got to run after your destiny. You can't stroll after your destiny. You can't walk after your destiny. You got to run. Run. Run after your destiny. Run after it. Run after it. Run. Don't be ashamed. Run.
The best way to feed your mind is to eat right. I am tired of going to funerals of great people that have great ideas, and I'm tired of going to the cemetery with all of the people with all of the great ideas, the books, the shows, the TV shows, the presidents, the doctors, the lawyers, the inspirators, the mothers, the fathers, the grandfathers, the grandmothers, all of the great lives that I see is being cut short, it's because of what we're eating, what we're doing to our bodies. And I'm here to tell you that the plant-based diet is the key. I'm here to tell you that if you want to reduce adult diabetes, where African Americans is 26% and white Americans is 12%. If you want to reduce heart disease, let me explain that to you. In 1958, the U.S. population had 175 million people. Japan had 92 million people, 93 million people. 14,000 people in the U.S. died from prostate cancer. Only 18 people died in Japan. We got to stop cutting ourselves short. We have to stop allowing the food and the mind and games that people are playing with us to affect our lives, where in other countries that are living to see 100 and other countries that are not dying with these massive deaths. Heart disease. Are you serious? You cannot allow yourself to get in this stuff. It's a plant-based diet. You can't allow yourself to get cancer or prostate cancer or any kind of brain tumor. You can't allow yourself. 40% of the U.S. population is obese. High blood pressure and as I said, diabetes and lung cancer has taken over. So I don't care what your dreams are. If you're not controlling what you're eating, if you're not controlling what you're putting into your body, forget your dreams. And I'm telling you that not only can you with a plant-based diet, when you're eating eggplants, apples, oranges, watermelon, rice, pancakes. If you go and Google vegan or vegetarian, you'll see that this is the best thing for your life. And we found it by accident. I told you that I would prove the mortality rate against diseases to you. And one thing that we learned when Hitler was on his tear, he went into Norway in 1940. And when he went into Norway, he took away all the meat, chicken. He took away all of the dairy products away from the population, everything that he conquered. And I'm going to tell you the amazing thing that happened. The diseases, cancer, prostate cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, liver, breast cancer, all of it went down. Almost to zero. And why? It was because they were not eating animals of any kind. And you can reverse these diseases and you can reverse their effects by just eating a plant-based diet. There's been some great leaders that said that let that food be thy medicine. We have to protect our health. We have to protect our lives, and we have to protect what we eat. Over 600,000 people die each year from heart disease. How can your dreams come true if over 600,000 people are passing away, and it's all related to food? And when people are saying that we need to get nutrients, we need to get protein, we don't need the protein that comes from animals. We need quality, rich protein that comes from plant-based diets, from beans and things that are grown. And as I've said before, I don't eat anything from here on out that either fart, doo-doo, pee, or belt, slither, talk, or did anything that crawl. If you was able to crawl, you would not go in my mouth. I can clean salads and I can clean pesticides off of all plant-based items, but I cannot clean meat that way. I can't soak I can't soak the pesticides off, the bad chemicals that are doing harm to me. Especially now they're growing animals. It's not the real animals growing anymore. If you was slicing a piece of tomato and you have it out too long, it'll turn brown. And if you get the tomato that comes from processed plants, it doesn't even turn brown and you don't even question it. Your apple is red under all conditions and you don't even question it. And if you bite a real apple and you leave it out, it turns all kind of brown. Don't be in denial. Eat to live. If you want to see your dreams come true, if you want to accomplish your goals, if you want to become a millionaire, if you want to have 200 people working for you, if you want to give away all your money away at the end of your life, if you want to be a philanthropist or a Bill Gates, you have to learn to eat to live, and you have to give it all you got. It's time to give yourself 120%. It's time to go all out. And doing you is the key. I gave you the patent of HIV, but still 100,000 people a year dying from HIV. And I got to tell you, African Americans, you're 68.9% of all the deaths. And I don't know what multiple races are, and I don't know how they get these numbers. Sometimes these studies, I don't know how they get these numbers. Because how African American can be dying from AIDS at 68.9% and multiple races dying at 24.2% and Latinos dying at 27.5% and white dying at 8.5%, 8.7%, Asian 8.4%, Native Hawaiians, Pacificers 19.0%, and American Indians 11.0%. That's way over 100%. I just don't know how they come up with some of these statistics. Hypertension. Okay, from eating food. The people, 31% of the people that are dying are African Americans. 23% of white Americans are passing away. Heart disease. 600,000 people a year. I'm telling you, folks, what we're eating is deadly. You got to be self-taught. You have to understand. You have to learn to read, and you have to continue being self-educated. You have to help yourself, not only to be successful in the boardroom at work, not only to be successful when you're on the field, or whether you're a NASCAR driver and you're the guys that have 15 seconds to get this guy back on the road. You can't just be successful at work and don't be successful at home. Because what you're eating not only affects you mentally with your mind, it also affects your body. How you think, how you look at yourself, how you feel. When you eat plant-based food, you get full off the food. When you eat other food, it tells you that you're continuing to be hungry, and you continue eating more of it, and you become obese, like over 40% of America. Your life belongs to you. You have to count on you, not no one else. And don't just get it twisted and think that you have to be highly successful at bringing value to the marketplace, which brings extremely abundance of monetary value to you. Your health is just as important. We're losing too many people to 70 years of age, and here it is. I've given you, I've given you Dr. Colin Campbell and Caldwell Esselstyn. They're 70, in their 70s, running miles and being health active. They're the ones that are providing these wonderful studies that has been done in proven methods. We have to get away from dairy products. We have to get away from meat. We have to get away from the things that are going to kill us, because when we die early, it's not a benefit to human mankind when you have more to give. Be like Mother Earth. Be like God and go all out. Give it everything you got. Don't depend on anyone to validate you. Depend on yourself. And depending on yourself is being healthy. Depending on yourself is not relying on the common eating habits that the government has prescribed to us. Get away from eating meat so that you can live a longer life, so that you can help raise the grandkids and help teach them the way. Being able to pass all the great things that you learned in this life, the great things and all of the values that you brought to this planet, being able to give those things to your grandkids to be able to pass on. Now that's something to be proud of. Pay the price. Pay the price. And when we're feeling pain, we're paying the price. If you're working out, stop counting to 10. And when you get to 10 and you start feeling the pain, that's when you need to count, because that's when the count counts. Working on yourself. Stop counting and stop just competing against other people. Compete against you. Go all out for yourself. And when you're finding all these problems and all these things that are finding you, you are a human that is unstoppable. No one can stop you. And remind yourself when you're going through those mental challenges and problems find you, remind yourself that you can get through these tough things by being you. Never give up. And understand that you always have to be in a constant redevelopment. You have to always be constantly redefining yourself, redefining your ideas, redefining your philosophy, redefining your vision, your dreams, and clarifying them so that they're vividly clear. And then go all out. Don't hurt the messenger. Do you. Don't hurt the messenger with a direct attack because they're delivering you good message. Do you. Don't hurt the message. Don't hurt the messenger because you just want to have some kind of cheap shot and you want to laugh at them or to validate you as being the superior being in the presence of the others. Do you. Do you. Go after your dreams and let your dreams come true and take advantage of all of the things in life by taking advantage about what you put in your body and how you take care of yourself and making sure that you're drinking clean water and have your mind on a pure, clear, positive destination. I hope that this show was very inspirational and motivational to you. You're live here on Talk Zone. This is the Hydn Rousseau Show. We are here every Wednesday from 5 to 6. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you very much. Who is this young kid growing up, par for life, experiencing all of the tough battles, watching people thrown off buildings as a little boy, violence surrounding him? Failure is not an option. You may find it at Barnes & Noble. Failure is not an option, a book that is here to inspire you. Motivational Speaker Incorporated, Hydn Rousseau, author, radio show host, motivator. Book Hydn Rousseau today, 561-723-6775. It's time for a change, and let Hydn Rousseau show you the way. Why replace your roof when you can repair it? Call Built Right Roofing today at 844-277-7663. That's 844-277-7663. Come and experience the Built Right way at 844-277-7663.